Hi guys, welcome to the Trials and Tribulations of Life. My name's Will and I'm here today to go over the Am I the Arsehole Reddit, where users post situations from their real lives onto a subreddit and ask people, am I the arsehole? Specifically, we'll be looking for ones that discuss situations which could be relatable. So we're looking for something that could be family related or relationship advice or things along these lines, to be able to discuss in a manner which allows for application of the advice, you could say. So I will look through the subreddit and find one that could be relatable, and then we'll go from there. Bit of an odd title. Am I the arsehole for not taking my fiance's Llama Drama seriously? So we'll read through this one here now. We made plans to go to this event that a mutual friend was putting on and were excited, until she found out that there would be some sort of mobile petting zoo there, complete with llamas. Upon hearing this, she flat out refused to go. She just said, "No, I'm not going anywhere near llamas." I thought this was very bizarre behaviour. She's not scared of animals or anything. After more prodding, she revealed almost tearfully that a llama spat on her once when she was 14. I said, "Well, okay, did you wipe it off or what happened?" She got a little upset and said I was being insensitive and that it's so much worse than I could imagine. It's the sickest she's ever felt. She'd rather get the flu than to ever have to smell that again. I said, "Well, you don't even need to go near the llamas there. Can't you just do other stuff?" She said no, because even the sight of them might make her remember the feeling and smell. Plus, if anyone else at the party upsets one and gets spit on, she's worried she'd still smell it if they came around her later in the party. Well, this was still bizarre to me. Llama spit isn't some sort of apocalyptic nightmare. As far as I know, you wash it away and move on. I did some research and it looks like it can stink if they're really mad, but all the same, she's never been particularly squeamish. I asked if this was some sort of llama-specific phobia, but she reiterated, no, it's not about a fear of llamas, it's just that the spit really is that bad, and I was being ignorant for acting like her concerns were invalid, and that if anyone else at the party knew how bad it could be, that none of them would even dare to get near a llama. I was upset that she made us change plans last minute, and she's upset that I'm not taking her llama spit fears seriously. Am I the arsehole? So you break it down. We'll start from the top. You made plans to go to an event, so you two were going to spend time with one another, and that was a positive situation. And then that positive situation got turned into a negative situation by the fact that she realized llamas were going to be at this event. He goes on to mention she was once spat on by a llama when she was 14. And then goes on to say, well, okay, did you wipe it off or what happened? So there was probably a conversation in between the whole, we're not going to the event anymore, and when this post made it to Reddit 39 minutes ago. Because if all he genuinely did say, or she genuinely did say, was, did you wipe it off or what happened, then I would find it hard to understand where the insensitivity comes from. So without really knowing how his partner reacts or their regular way of emoting, I can't necessarily say that she is being overreactive or you are being insensitive. In situations like these, it's very easy for the human to focus on their emotions in the heat of it, and it's natural, and it's something that we'll all do no matter how great we all think we are. At the end of the day, when we get into a situation that either upsets us, makes us angry, makes us happy, or we enjoy doing, we are thinking about ourselves in that situation. And if someone was to pull you away from the thing that you're doing, even if they're your friend or your partner, there is an element of you that doesn't necessarily want to stop doing what you're doing because you're having fun or it's positive to you. So it's about trying to learn how to navigate the emotional situations rather than what to say or how to say it. Because I imagine in this situation, Cedo 30 probably questioned his partner in a manner that wasn't understanding of the potential anxiety that being spat on by a llama could give his partner. To him, he may have seen it as a situation of, I don't understand why you would let spit stop us from doing what we plan to do together. And because in the moment, he's feeling like our plans have been cancelled because you're too scared to be spat on by a llama, he isn't viewing the situation in as positive as a light as he could. What could happen is acknowledgement of the issue, and then forward from acknowledgement of the issue, there should be a conversation where both parties can express their feelings and emotions. So you accept that she's very, very scared of being spat on by a llama to the point where it stops her from going to an event. She has to accept that you struggled to understand how that's a thing, and then you both have a discussion where you voice those opinions. So make her understand why it's not only just the fact that she's scared of being spat on by a llama, it's you guys were planning to do something together, and unfortunately one of her fears, which you didn't understand, got in the way of your plans. And those are things that sometimes don't get discussed because the meat of it is something like, she's upset I'm not taking her llama spit's fears seriously. You got to make her understand that it's not just you're not upset just because you've changed plans last minute or cancelled them. It's because you plan to do something together and you were excited, both of you were excited, but her anxiety stopped that potential positive thing from happening. And I know that may sound a little bit selfish, but it opens up the door to conversation, because you're honest with your partner and you say, hey, look, your anxiety stopped us from doing this and that's upset me. And then your partner will explain to you how they understand the situation. So it'll go from, you're upset because we have to cancel plans and she's the bad guy as such, and then it turns into a situation where, okay, we can't necessarily go to this plan anymore, but we now have a path for dialogue, or we have a path that will allow myself to understand my partner better. So in the future, when a situation comes up, you don't have to worry about thinking, am I the arsehole? You guys can think of ways to best communicate so these situations don't come up again. If you had known beforehand, for example, that llamas were going to be at this event, then it's likely that there could have been some form of compromise. You could have potentially inquired about when the llamas were turning up, if the llamas were leaving at a specific time, if the llamas have spat on people before. A likely answer would be yes, but it's not the answers that you're getting, it's you're working on an anxiety that your partner feels, and they will notice the fact that you are not just saying, oh, they're just llamas. You're going, I understand that you're worried about llamas. Let me go see if there's anything that I can do that means that we can both go to this event still. And if it means that you have to get on the phone or you have to spend 25 minutes doing some researching, it's up to you. But when someone has an anxiety and someone doesn't have anxiety, one sees the line as quite clear and the other doesn't really see a line. So for someone who doesn't understand an anxiety of being spat on by a llama, for you it is just spit and it's just a bad smell, but it's not necessarily those two individual items. When you have an anxiety regarding something, what is two items to you is a whole box to someone with anxieties. It's not just spit and smelling bad. Being around the potential for that to happen is a struggle enough. It's almost like fighting a fear. They tell you if you're scared of something, you fight your fears head on. And whilst that can work for some people, trying to face your fear head on can be even more debilitating than the actual fear itself. So you have to, you don't have to, but if you wish to help someone with anxiety or help to understand their situation a little bit more to be able to better process their emotions and feelings, to have a better time all round, then a good thing to do is try and relate how you feel to a fear. And I know a lot of people may not necessarily be scared of things so much so that it debilitates them. You may not be scared of anything, and that's fine. But there will be moments in your life where you've had a position, or you've had a question put on you, or you've had something put on you where you've looked into yourself and doubted yourself and thought, I can't do this, I don't want to do this. Think back to that moment, and that is every moment, every day for that person with that anxiety. So whilst what's on this Reddit post doesn't come across as arseholey, to someone with an anxiety, they could see you as being an arsehole due to the fact that they don't feel like you understand their anxieties enough. So empower yourself to understand their anxieties more so you can better help your partner, because you never know, if you worked with her and you continue to work with your partner on llamas, for instance, you never know, it could get to the point where you help your partner overcome the anxiety, and that may take weeks or months, but that's everyone's end goal. Even though you think it's kind of silly, it's not silly. It's something that genuinely puts your partner in a position of upset, and you should want to try and resolve that. For someone with anxiety, the support you provide in being able to work with them and understand their anxieties, that the more you understand their anxieties, the more they're understanding their anxieties, and the more you are helping them be able to deal with their anxiety. For them, they've got 4 doors around them, and they're trying to unlock the door which helps them step away from the anxiety or get better with the anxiety. To them, the doors are locked and they can't unlock the door, but to you, you can see the doors are open, and for you, all they need to do is just walk through the door. But try and provide your partner the foundations or the ability to work on that. So in that metaphor, if you can see the doors open but your partner can't get through it, and she says the doors are locked, if you know how to lockpick, teach her how to lockpick. If you don't know how to lockpick, try find a way to lockpick, or find someone to lockpick the door for you. Find what you can do in a situation that you find that your partner is struggling with to resolve it. or help get it resolved. At the end of the day, we all have fears, we all have worries, we all have thoughts that get in the way, and we all have our own ways of dealing with them. But in a relationship, your thoughts, worries, and fears get spread over two people. Try and help that person overcome these things. So, Pseudo 30, I the arsehole for the Llama Drama. Without the whole picture, it's kind of hard to definitely say you're an arsehole. From my personal opinion, a relationship is about being able to be an arsehole together, but understanding when you need to give a little or give less, or take more or take less. This has been the Trials and Tribulations of Life, discussing Llama Drama on Am I the Arsehole subreddit, and I'll catch you in the next one. Hey guys, just a quick note, this is the first video you'll see from us on this channel, and there's definitely going to be more. If you like what you saw, definitely leave a like and hit sub. If there's some things you think we could do better or we should change, please drop a comment and give that feedback to us. The goal of this channel is to provide content that you guys are able to not just enjoy, but actually pull away and implement into your real life. So just let us know, and we'll mix things up. But thank you very much. I really do hope you enjoyed this first video, and we look forward to plenty more. Thanks, guys.